Hey everybody, hope you're having a blessed up day. I know I have not been present. I'm sorry, I'm doing my best, but today I have a special message for you. I just got back from speaking on stage in Orlando. I showed a few pictures, so you guys saw I got to meet some pretty powerful people, pretty epic people, and today I just want to give you some really positive words of encouragement. Today's message is more about keeping your head up. And one thing that I've recently been having conversation on with people, because you guys know, like I have the honor and the blessing of people coming to me and sharing me some really deep things, and then we strategize and give them some really powerful stuff. But sometimes during certain seasons of the year, I get the same questions, the same struggles, the same challenges that, regardless of what level somebody is in their business, in their life, get brought up. So I wanted to just share with you guys mainstream that have not worked with me yet. And great news, I have a special announcement. July 1st, I decided to do a 3-hour pop-up workshop. You guys know I don't rarely host them. It's more about the inner circle or one-on-one coaching. And I'm doing a 3-hour workshop. So if you're interested, send me a message. I'll be happy to give you more details, or you can just message me, like, get it done. And that's really what the link is about building out productivity, organization, time auditing, time management, and just being super productive and efficient. So today's message is really about, like, I get times can be really tough and you might feel stuck. You might feel at a place. You might feel that you're kind of at like a standstill, and you might not know if you're doing this right. That's been like more the mindset of, is like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this thing called life right? Am I doing my business right? Am I doing this relationship right? And you might feel like you haven't made a forward move because of the doubt and insecurity of knowing if you're doing it right. And that mindset to be aware of, am I doing this right, is something that could really block your blessings in how quickly you're getting to achieve whatever it is that your goal is to achieve in your business and in your life. And one of the things I highly encourage has been very successful with how I move in life and has always been a guarantee, is just focus on the next step. Just focus on the next step. There have been times where I tremendously struggled in my business and I was not sure how I was even going to get to the next step, let alone getting to like my big vision and goal. And I just focused on getting clear on how I was going to get to that next step. And I created like a certainty that I had to get there. And that became a target. And when you have a target and you have a mission, and even if it is something that might be just a month away or a few weeks away that you have to get to, creative ideas are going to start coming to you of how that's going to happen. I remember earlier on in my career, I literally did not even have that much money to get gas, but I had enough gas to get to the next step. And so my mind is like, I just got to get to that event. And I don't know how I'm going to refill my tank, but I'm just going to get to that event. And then that's my mission. I got to the event, I met people, made some really powerful connections, and then guess what? My bank account went up. And all I had to focus, and all I want to encourage you guys to do, is just like focus on what's the next step, what's the next target, how can I zone in, and how can I achieve that mission? How can I achieve that mission? And then I'll figure out the step after this step once I achieve this step. That mindset has gotten me so far. Especially when I wasn't clear and I started to doubt myself of like what was going to happen on the other side of achieving that step. One of the biggest blocks of your blessings is overthinking. It's a big trait that holds a lot of high-end achievers. It holds them down. And so if you just keep that mentality, what's the next step, and allow the step after that step to come once you've achieved step one. So I want to encourage you on that. And another thing too that I see a lot, and I want to encourage you today, is understanding that you can't fail if you don't quit. You can't fail. I can't fail. And I want you to say this out loud. I'm pretending that I can hear you. So speak life into yourself right now. Speak it to me as if you want me to believe you. You got to believe yourself. First lesson of leadership is, in order to lead others, you first have to be capable of leading yourself. That means you have to be able to persuade yourself in moments of disbelief and doubt and uncertainty. So I want you to speak this out loud and say, I can't fail if I don't quit. And I'm not quitting. I'm going. I'm going to get to that next step. I'm going to get to that next step. I don't know how I'm going to get to it, but I've now set a target, and now I'm on a mission of achieving that step. Make sense? You get like stars, hearts, fireballs, whatever you guys want to give me. And here's another really big thing that I feel a lot of people don't emphasize enough. And it creates resentment around your goals. It creates resentment around your achievements. It creates resentment around your life, because I see a lot of people reach really big targets and they still feel the same way about themselves. They still feel unfulfilled. They feel that they've accomplished these unfulfilled goals. It's unfulfilled goals. And I want you to ask yourself this: how can I have fun with this? And I've recently been talking a lot. I think it's been about a year now, or maybe a little bit over about a year. I was working with a personal trainer when I first moved to Miami. I worked with a few. I worked with a personal trainer here in Miami, and we were having a conversation on the analogy of entrepreneurship. And this is when I had a really huge epiphany and a light bulb went out and went on. And it was about, your career is your sport. And how I broke this down is, that really made sense. I had this huge message and awakening during a training session. That's why I'm always a huge advocate on you guys. Like, your training should be a non-negotiable, because this is where you get so much creativity, you get insight, you get clarity. And I'm in my training session, and I had this epiphany of like, wow, my career is my sport. All right, because I grew up playing, I played 9 years of ice hockey. And then after ice hockey, I got into bikini competition and into that space. So, okay, my career is my sport. And my sport is human performance. So that's a sport I've chosen. You guys might have chosen a different sport. Maybe it'd be real estate, trading, maybe actually you're an athlete. You really do play a sport. It's like, okay, my sport that I've chosen, that I fell in love with, is human performance and teaching others how to operate at peak performance no matter what. So that's my sport. I understand the sport that I'm playing. This is my sport. What position do I want to play? I'm playing CEO, right? So this is a position I'm playing. Other people can be a part of this sport and be a team member and play different roles and positions. And then that means I got to take ownership. Now, what level do I want to play in this sport? I want to go pro. I am at a pro level. I want to be at a pro level. Now, what does that look like? And so every single career that you guys decide, the sport that you decide to play, you choose a level you want to play at, and you also choose a position that you want to play at. So maybe you want to play on somebody else's team, and you're choosing to play the position of admin. So do you own that role? Are you the best on that role? Because every single teammate is important, and a team can only win a championship if each player owns their roles and they take ownership of their roles and responsibility, and they're going towards a common mission and a common vision. And so if you think of it like that, even if you are just a one-person team, how can you own that? And also, without having resentment towards it, how can I have fun with this in this season of the game that I'm playing? Even if you do feel like you might be failing this season of your game career. But remember, you can't fail if you don't quit. I can't fail if I don't quit. And there was a really powerful interview that went viral where this guy was asking a professional basketball player about, a losing season, like again. And he's like, there's no losing in sports. It's just sometimes it's your turn, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's somebody else's turn. And then, but like it's always a learning. And he's even said, if you guys haven't seen the movie Air, it's a great movie about Michael Jordan and about Nike and how they merged together and like really expanded everything and became like top of everything. And it's really stepping into your shoes. So what shoes are you stepping into? The same thing we're talking about, championship, owning those roles. But the point of that was like, I don't know, it's way past my bedtime, you guys. I was going on a tangent, but now I have like a brain fog for a second. I was like, my body is like sleeping right now. But I'm committed to this because I can't fail if I don't quit. And then another thing I want you guys to remember from today is, because I totally blanked out, I'm so sorry. But like, how can I have fun with this? Oh, and he was talking about now I remember. Okay. So he's talking about like the different seasons. And he's like, Michael Jordan, would you say the first 9 years of his career was a fail? Because then the other ones, he became one of the best basketball players in the entire world. But would you discredit those 9 years that he played before the other years that he became like this like MVP, championship, best basketball player in the world? Like, and the guy's like, no. He's like, was that all for nothing? No. Sometimes you're going to be in season in life and business that are going to build your character. So that next season, maybe it's not the next season, but maybe it's a season after. You don't know when you're going to receive your next level upgrade and your blessings. But maybe it's that next time where your character is so strongly built, the foundation is so strongly built that you needed those years before to give you so that you can keep what you have built. Because a lot of times you see people that have gotten to the top lose it all, and still that like up and down and up and down. So if you're in a season where you feel like you're losing, or you feel like you're in a season where things are not really working out for you, everything is always working out for me, even though I don't think that it is. One of my friends sent me some of that stuff today. It's like, even though you might not feel that it is, everything's always working out for you. And that's what pronoia is. Pronoia is knowing that everything is conspiring for you. Everything is conspiring in your favor, even though it might not feel like it, because sometimes this might be the season where you're really building out your character. And your character can only be built in this way. So keep your head up. Get back in the game. Show up for yourself, and keep going. All right. And just figure out, how can I have fun with this? What can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? Because you're always going to grow from things, even if you feel like you're failing. As long as you're growing, you're winning. All right. And your blessings are going to come eventually. Just keep going, keep moving, keep your head up. July 1st, I have a 3-hour workshop. So if you want to get under my wing, you want support, you want structure, you want to learn about time auditing, time management, it's a one and done course. You're going to have the replays, and just send me a message. I'll send you all the information. A link is inside of my stories, but stories disappear. And just send me, I know it might sound weird, but send me a little poop sign, because it's called Get Shiznit Done Productivity Course. It's all about productivity, time efficiency, efficiently multitasking, and getting massive shiznit done without compromising yourself, without compromising your family, and without compromising the things that you love. All right, guys, I hope you have a blessed up night, a blessed up day. And tomorrow is a new day, so just focus on winning the day. All right, guys, sending you so much love, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Let me end the